We are getting started here again. Ryan Howe doing some work, not in the garden necessarily. We're actually on the corner in front of my house getting some flowers planted. It's the last plot in my yard that normally gets worked on, so we're going to get after it today. Again, for those that don't know, I come live pretty much every single day between 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern, working in my garden, doing stuff around the yard. So that's what we're here to do today. We're doing zinnias. I've got a few different color varieties here. I think we got yellow, we got orange, we got pink. Yeah, so we got 3 different colors we're gonna be doing here, and zinnias are really great because they do great in this area. Plus, I mean, they're gorgeous little guys, and you can see, you know, they're gonna keep on growing throughout the year. Biggest piece here is just to come out, make sure that I'm, you know, for maintenance, deadheading them on a consistent basis. That's kind of where we're at here. But let's go over into exactly which ones we have here. All right, and again, I always recommend, always, before you pick up any of your flowers, you decide what you're going to do with them. Always, you know the area you're going to be dealing with, but then make sure you read up on them. So this is Profusion All American Mix. So I guess I'm in their target audience. So here we go. The height that these are going to get to is between 14 and 18 inches. And then spacing, we want to have about, you know, a foot to, or about 2 feet in between them. Mine are going to be a little closer than that. Well, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes here. And then it's our compact plant, produces vibrantly colored blooms until frost. So basically, these bloom year round. To increase the number of blooms that they do have, we'll want to go through and make sure that we are basically deadheading them. We're going to be, you know, obviously I'm going to be pulling some of these out just for flowers in the house too. They look nice. And again, they tell you what to use them for. Wonderful for borders, beds, window boxes, and containers. We happen to have a border and a bed right here in one, right in the corner. I'll kind of show you what it looks like here in a second. Best in fertile, well-drained soil, kept evenly moist. And that's what we got here. So these are also, they will tell you on the front, just as a reminder, what they have here. So these are sun to partial shade is where they do their best. This is full sun out here. It is all sun all day long that these guys are going to be getting. And what I love about these as well. So I've been on a lookout for which of my annuals were going to be, I was going to be able to get cheapest first. And lo and behold, it was zinnias this year. Last year it was, geraniums that I got for super cheap. So this was, and I did grow zinnias this year, by the way, but I didn't grow enough to come out here. I wasn't really sure if I wanted them, but decision was made. So with this, I picked these up from my local Meyer here in West Michigan. Those around the country, that's just your, whatever your local regional is. Meyer's pretty great. It's like HEB or Hannaford, depending where you're at. And these were, what did I have here? So it was, each one of these packs was $1.99. So it's $1.99 per 8-pack that I have here. And I got 5.15. I think that's what it was. And I got 15 8-packs of them. So that math works out to 4. And okay, come on, do the math now. So that's 8 times 5, right? Is going to get us to 40 times 3. So I got 120 of these guys around here. It's got all sorts of colors we're going to be doing here. It's going to be great. So yeah, and again, in this section, I've also got, oh, 1 second, neighbor kid. Sorry about that, guys. It may not be loud on your end, but it's screaming on my end. So neighbor kid, they finally got tags for his quad, so he's been driving around the neighborhood for the last couple days, which I'm thankful for, because when he didn't have tags on his quad, he was literally across the street just doing laps around the house. So I got to hear that all the time. Ain't mad at him. I was the same way when I had my quad. You couldn't keep me off of it. I was a kid. So anyways, I got 120 of my zinnias here that we're going to be popping in today. That's kind of the plan here, folks. Again, that was, I think it cost me, so 2 times 15, so a little over $30 with taxes for all these flowers. Can't beat it. Now I just got to spend the next, hour or so putting these in. Now, with that, I gotta have obviously you want to have some sort of strategies. So let's take a look at the section that I'm going to be doing here. Let's get you guys down here. I'm going to flip you around here. Hopefully I can. Oop. There we go. So this is the corner lot that I have. Right over there is the local Native American tribe. They have this. I take care of that corner though. I made it in like a little park. We got this whole section here. Then I got my neighbor's house and my neighbor's house, and then there's my house, right, with my little orchard. Everything else we have going on. All right. So this is what I really got to fill up today. Is this section right there with a bunch of flowers. Let's see if I can get this turned back around here. Got my gloves on. There we go. So that's what we're doing today. So hopefully everybody's up for some flower planting today, because that's what we got. Going to be lots of flowers going in today. Now in this section as well, though, I did have some of my bulbs that are in there. I put some annuals in there, some bulbs, just to see some tulips, a couple other flowers. I see how they did, and they did okay. Next year I think they'll do better, but for this year I just wanted to kind of get something out to see how it goes, because this is always like the last plot that I get to. I mean, I love, obviously love taking care of my yard, but man, I just don't like coming out here to my corner until I've got that section of the air, taken care of. So we get they look good with the tulips and everything, kind of getting there. All right, so with that, the method to the madness here is pretty straightforward. I've got to get, basically the idea here is we are going to be splitting these up around the actual spot here, and I want it to look as random as possible. That's kind of, I'm not going to but again, not going to worry about it too much. I do want to just, get some flowers out there. So we're going to start over in this corner by the road here, and we're just going to kind of spread our way that way, knowing that I've got, well, a whole bunch of these to do. And we're going to kind of do what the idea here is to set up, excuse me, while we're doing this. Flip you guys over here. We're going to be looking at the, let's see, doing our best to keep the, around 2 feet difference on there. I'm not going to worry about that too much. Again, that is like their optimal piece that they have. But again, I'm not too worried about that. So make sure I got one of each color. Ooh. That was a nice car just went by. Sorry about that. So what we're going to do, though, for starters, is get this rolling. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's my neighbors here. They always, going out of their way to make sure to let me know how much they appreciate the flowers I'm putting out here. I come from a pretty depressed area, so I look at this as kind of a way to, hey, Bumblebee, hey, bee. You okay, buddy? Here. No, come here. I'm trying to get this guy. I got a bee that looks like he's in need of some attention here. Here. Do you not want a flower? Dude. There you go. Oh, come on. I'm trying to save this bee here. Okay, well, anyways. I think he took off on me. Okay. Well, anyways. So the other piece here is that, this corner lot that I was in here, right? It's just been a field forever. I grew up playing tag and baseball on this thing, football. And, it was always just an empty lot. So, but it was always neglected. When I came in here and I bought it, when it went up for sale, when I decided to move back to Michigan, I had a plan in mind where I wanted this thing. I wanted this corner leading into my village to be just bright and shiny and welcoming. Like, that was the plan. So I'm glad I've been able to do that. And, this is a big part of it here. Obviously, I'm by the road here, so, I'm paying attention to you guys, but also I'm eyeballing folks coming by here too. This is it's only 25 through here, but I think anybody who, lives anywhere knows the chances of people following the 25-mile-an-hour thing is, that is what it is, right? So we're start with orange. Made it an executive decision there that we're going to start with orange. Get that guy going. Now, once I get these guys all in, we're going to come back through here. And now with this on this corner for this first piece here, which you guys can't necessarily see too well. We're going to start with a little trifecta of each, kind of almost a little bit closer than they should be. So each one of the corners is going to have like all three colors kind of blasted in here, overlapping. And then we're going to move into, you know, the separation. You know, it's just a way to kind of bring it all together there, you know. The heck am I hitting there? Goodness. And then once I have this in this this weekend, I've got to head to New Orleans. I've got a conference for work. I take off Wednesday for that. Well, for my job, not for work. My work is with my clients. It's just for training and whatnot for my work. But anyways, this weekend I'm going to come back through and we're going to put, I've got some more natural wood chips. We're going to come and recover this guy up here. And another thing I'm doing is I'm going through this is I'm just looking for any weeds to set up. So again, if this is your first time on the stream, welcome. It's great to have you. My name's Ryan. I come live pretty much every day, usually around 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern. I'm a little early today. Like it's been lately, I've been a little bit earlier. Just my work's been finishing up. And I work on the garden, work on my yard, do stuff like this. So hopefully I earn your subscription today. And if I do earn your subscription, please be sure to hit that that notification bell so you'll know when I come live, so you can come out here and hang out on the stream. You know what I mean? Be good stuff. So, all right, there's those three. Let's take a look at the first inaugural three that we got there. Let's see. There we go. Ain't they pretty? Get that little fuzz out of there. Cool. There we go. We got us some Zinnia action going there. All right, now from here out, we're just going to basically be fanning out. Last year when I did this, you know, this other thing too is great. You start early on this. I end up running out of flowers, which I don't think I'm going to, because these zinnias will fill up just fine. I can always run back to Meyer and grab some more. You know, it's early enough in the season to where it's not going to be an issue. But yeah, I'll be deadheading the bejesus out of these guys, and I'm probably going to end up growing a whole bunch more. Depending on how they do this year. If they do okay, that's the other piece. I want to see how they do out here, and if they do well, which I think they will, I'll be growing more in my greenhouse this year. You know, this year was mostly. I did do some zinnias. I did some cleomes. My mom wanted those, and then a whole bunch of marigolds, which I have all over on the exterior of my garden enclosure, as well as in the garden itself. So, all right, and we're going to use this as my measuring tool. I'm going to assume this is going to be right around a foot or so. So we're just going to pop these in, just kind of wherever makes sense here, wherever I can. Yeah, just kind of drop them in. And if I need to make them a little closer later, guess what we'll do? We'll drop some in somewhere. But that's the thing with flowers too, especially with these. They will definitely they'll spread out. You know, they're gonna take up some extra space, which is fine, which is good, what you want. All right. And then what we'll do is we'll come back. Once this is all set up, I'll be coming in later, basically with my with the hose and giving you guys a nice little something to drink here. Get them all set up. Move some of this over there. Got some of this stuff that's just super thick over here, so we'll move our wood chips over there. Yeah, I got some of these wood chips. These sections pretty thick in wood chips, and of course we're thinner on the other side, because that's just the way it works out. So if I can spread some of these out that way, we will. And again, the wood chips that I use, I get them from the nursery, local nursery. I know like exactly where they test their wood chips, which is something kind of important to me, to make sure I don't have any of those yuck chemicals making their way in here. You know what I mean? And I just get the natural ones, which are awesome, because when you get those, they just mulch right into your beds. It's pretty cool. That's the idea. And what I love about this spot in particular, the soil in here, is show you, look how dark that is. There's so much carbon in here. What I do is, I typically keep this as close to the spirit of no-till as I can, but unfortunately, this area does not like to play play nicely with that. So here's our next spot. But hopefully you guys get a chance to get some flowers in your own. If you are, love to hear about what flowers you guys have got going and how the season's been for you so far. Again, my end, it's been pretty good. Could obviously be a little bit better, but today, man, I woke up to 44 degrees. Woof, woof, freezing this morning. Well, above freezing, but you know what I mean. So I had the window open, try to keep, obviously thought it was gonna be nice overnight, and I woke up freezing. It was 44 degrees. A little brisk this morning. So ain't trying to have that. All right, now the other thing I'm doing as I'm going along here is I'm just keeping an eye out for any weeds that are growing, just to make sure that that's going to be okay. So this should be orange here next. All right, got orange here. Yeah, we're just kind of following along. I know I've talked with a few of y'all online here a bit about, the idea of how to set up your flowers and how to do them there. And it's always the same thing. You guys worry too much. You have an idea how you want it to go, but, just understand it probably isn't going to work out the way you want. That's okay. I mean, you're dealing with living things here. They're going to have their own idea about what they want. So let them, so be open, be flexible. Don't need to worry about those things. All right. The other piece I'm doing here is at the bottom. I'm just basically giving them a good rip in the roots there, just to kind of break it up, because they're root bound inside the container here. So we want to inspire them to basically not have their to grow more roots, spread out. Easiest way to do that is just to kind of rip at the bottom there and get them going. Now with this, obviously with the the colder weather we had this morning, I'm not upset about it right now though. Man, it's nice out. Yes, it's about 65 here, 65 maybe. Yeah, it's not 70. I know that much, but we got sunshine and things looking pretty good. All right, so this is going to be orange. And we just kind of I don't want this too close to so on the edge here by the road, I'm trying to stay away from the road a little bit. Here, closer to look at this guy. He's still just kind of climbing around here. This bee doesn't know what he's doing. Come on, buddy. Here. All right. I don't know what happened to him. He's having a bad day, that bee. I don't know what's up, but kind of keep doing his thing. But anyways, I've got with the traffic that comes along here, I don't really want these too close to the edge. Along the sidewalk here, I'll take it though. I think that'll look okay. So I basically try to stay, 6 inches in this spot right here. But with that, try to have some little healthier ones. And again, if you haven't done zinnias before, they're in the world of petunias as far as like survivability. It takes a lot to kill your zinnias off. They're hardy. They're hardy. It's like they know who they're dealing with, Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's excuse me, that's basically one tray. All right, so I'm gonna start expanding this out a little bit bigger here. Okay, all right, just make sure we got enough, you know what I mean? Well, again, even if I run out, like I said, I'm gonna go back and get more. It's not like I'm too worried about the stuff here. All right. I got yellow here. Just kind of following the pattern here. We'll see how it goes. Eventually, when we get to the point where you're going to have some next to each other, and that's okay. That's all right. Ain't nobody going to be mad at you. Nothing to worry about. We don't worry about those things. We let other people worry about those things, not us. We don't stress out about stuff as silly as, do we have two colors, the same colors next to each other? Oh no. Things that are going to happen from time to time. Okay, so let's expand this out a little bit. So this should be pink next. Again, got our pink here. Let me drop it in. I mean, I'm eventually going to run out of colors here and have to make it work, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, actually, somehow I got the right number, same number of them. Look at that. All right, just expand this out just a little bit. And we said pink next. We'll just see how this goes. Okay, last time when I did this, I went and bought 50 geraniums and just kind of made it work. This year I got kind of a plan. Kind of know what I'm up against. So now we got orange here. Like, as I was mentioning, this side has a lot of wood chips on it. Excuse me. So we are just gonna, excuse me, help thin this out a little bit. So if everybody's going well here, okay, we're just making our way down here, working on our flowers. I'm gonna put these over here so you guys can kind of see them too. I'm kind of hiding the flowers on you guys. Sorry about that. Make sure you guys can see these pretty flowers we got, these zinnias. They'd be looking pretty good. Good day to be out here too. Hope everybody's doing well. Enjoying the beautiful weather that I hope you're having, because I know I am having some good weather here. Getting some zinnias in the ground. All right. Okay. Those two over there. Again, other things, as I mentioned, as we're going through here, we're just kind of keeping an eye on the depth for the wood chips here. I'm a little light on the other side, so I'm just kind of moving them to the other side there to make sure that we don't have a metric ton over here and then nothing on the other side. All right. You know, is what it is. Okay, so this should be yellow. And again, what I'm doing is I'm basically using this in my measuring guide, and I'm adding about that much to it. You know, eyeballing there, just to make sure we're kind of there, which is gonna help me maintain, you know, even spacing, and good possibility it might look kind of pretty too. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll put that one's gonna go in the middle. Oh, yellow, right? So we got yellow in here. Next one, again, we're fixing the roots, doing a little work with it there, and then we're just backfilling and covering it up. Cool, cool, cool. Last going to be here. Again, trying to stay a certain distance away from the road here. This is going to be one of our pink guys here. There we go. Yeah. Again, if we end up with more zinnias than we need, I'll just pack them in here. If we end up being a little bit light, that's okay. It's okay, because we're just going to add more. All right. Give you guys a little turn here. Kind of. You guys kind of keep up with what I'm doing here. I'll drop it that way. Let's see how that looks. Oops, kind of turned a little bit there too. My bad. There you go. Try to straighten it up some. Don't anybody getting any sort of motion sickness watching me here. Cool. So yeah, just getting these zinnias. Like I said, I got a bunch of zinnias here. I luckily caught them on sale. I was just waiting to see which ones are going to be on sale first. It just happened to be the zinnias. So this year, Zinnias won for the annuals that go out here. All my my bulbs are down for the year, so I trimmed them off yesterday. Now it's just a matter of getting these guys into their spots. And so this should be all right. And the look we're going for here is do our best to try to keep some sort of rotation going here, but at the end of the day, we're not too worried about it. You know, it's not our biggest concern, because we're going to have stuff that's going to be overlapping. So we got orange next. I'll pop this guy in there right now. Here we go. Got this little runt. Look at the little guy trying his best. Right here on the end. So you get plenty of sunlight, plenty of the water. Get nice and big for us. Put some big blooms out there for us. Okay. Yeah. That's what we got there. So far, so good. Digging it. All right. So yeah, today was definitely one of those days where you know, I had some work with some colleagues about a podcast we're putting together as business stuff, not necessarily on the gardening side of it. I am not seasoned enough, nor I don't want to say it here. I love the fact you guys come and hang out with me, but again, I'm just some dude who likes to work in his garden. I wouldn't even know what to do with a podcast on gardening or yard work versus, you know, us just kind of hanging out and talking. But it's for work and as far as the business coach stuff. So we were working through some of that stuff today, which is great. And she's out of Germany, so she's great. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to have an international podcast talking with business people. It'll be pretty cool. We still have a lot of work to do as far as getting it ready to get it set up. Probably got another year worth of planning before I'm going to feel comfortable. But you guys don't really care about that stuff. We're talking about putting flowers in the ground, right? That's where we're at. All right. So now, orange. So this is going to be pink. Here, here, here. Okay. Okay, we're just eyeballing here. I got this guy right here. Try to keep these flowers in line for you here. I mean, you guys are tuning in to look at pretty flowers, so we want to make sure. See who grew these. So this is Meadow Ridge Inc. By the way, these zinnias are from Meadow Ridge Inc. in Zeeland, Michigan. So Meadow Ridge, if you're watching, thank you. Your flowers look great. It's the only ones I had to buy this year. Every other flower I put in my property has been stuff out of my greenhouse. And I just knew I had to decide if I was going to have space for my garden, vegetables, or if I'm going to do flowers. And in my garden won that one. You know, I could just augment a few of these, but I'm going to have a better setup next year in my greenhouse, so I should be able to, fingers crossed, have even more space for flowers and whatnot. So that's the idea. All right, so we got orange next. Here, here, here. Just kind of keep on with it here. And again, what I'm doing here is I'm getting down just enough to cover where the bottom of the roots are at. And again, these are root bound. Obviously, they've been in the little 1x1 pieces here for probably, you know, quite a few months getting ready for this. So you always got to make sure, just give them a rip at the bottom. Those roots, it doesn't care. Frankly, it'll be happy to be growing some new roots. And the other piece is when I put these in, I always make sure that there's loose soil at the bottom where I rip that up at to get it nice. So you don't want the plant working too hard to have to spread those roots out. So anything you can do to help, i.e. make sure it's got some nice soft soil in there to start with, is where you're at. So, all right. So we got yellow should be next. Kind of what we're looking at. It's going to go right here. And that's one of these guys right here. I know it doesn't look like yellow, but trust me, they're yellow. Yep, I can see a little yellow on that one, so we're good. All right. And I will be coming through here. And again, so when you're dealing with your zinnias too, you know, deadheading is definitely something we're going to talk about here in a second. So yeah, I know. Trust me, I'm keeping an eye on cars. I said that earlier on the stream. I'm doing my best to, you know, obviously talk with you guys, but like right now when I've got road commission trucks coming by, they have my utmost attention for sure. But like I was saying there, but thank you for that. Thank you for looking out for me. I appreciate that. After this truck goes by, I'll finish up my thought. Oh no, that was a tow truck. That was a tow truck. My bad. Same color as our road commission. Anyways, all right. So, as I was saying, now for zinnias, like a lot of your flowers, you got to deadhead them and basically make sure you're cutting them back throughout the year to keep them blooming. I mean, they're going to keep blooming, but you can always get more blooms out of these if you go through and if you're pinching or trimming them back. So just something to keep in mind. So this should be, I don't want to put pink here. We're going to put orange here. We're going to mess up the entire rotation here, folks, because I don't want two pinks together along the side here. We can do that. Hey, puppy. Yeah, this is our section. We can do what we want, right? We make that decision. So go us. All right. Let's see. Actually, hold on. Yeah, we want yellow. What am I doing? Red, pink, yellow, orange. Yep, yellow. All right, so we got one more yellow is going to go in here. Get this guy going. Okay, and to your point there, I'm definitely always happy whenever I'm moving away from the road here. People aren't really thinking about paying attention half the time. I think we all know how that goes. Okay, back at it here. And we're just gonna so I should be pink next. Guys are looking so good. I love zinnias. They're such pretty flowers. All right. And then what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of stack those up there. Get our next here. Gotta make sure we use these up. Okay. Those wood chips moving down the line here. Like I said, I got a whole bunch over here and not much on that corner over there. Gonna make that adjustment here, make it a little easier for me here too, you know what I mean? So, oh, I will, absolutely. Yeah, matter of fact, if you give me if you aren't a subscriber, please do hit that notification bell, but I'm gonna take I'm gonna do a short just on this little flower area here when I'm finished, just to put it out so you guys see the short. So absolutely, I love being able to show these things off to folks because especially when you stopped in here and you looked out for my safety. So thank you for that for sure. But we'll definitely get the whole thing here. I can see what we got just for right now. See kind of how it works here. And I'm taking a break today because I have been just working on my oops, let's get over here a little bit more. Have been working on my behind my privacy fence. I'm putting in my flower beds all the way around. I've got almost 500 perennials that I planted, or that we started seeds. They're just started to germinate now. So and I got a whole bunch that I have to go back there. So my entire backyard, that's going to be the entire process too, getting that done. But that's been fun. I had folks out there laughing at me as I've been shoveling out the grass that I paid a whole bunch of money for. Oh, it hurts. I was talking, and my client happens to be one of my clients happens to be the landscaper that did it. We were laughing about it. It's like, yeah, man, I started on my flower beds, and he just looked at me and started laughing. He's like, he goes, I feel for you. I'm like, thanks, because it wasn't cheap I have a half-acre lot. I had to get basically hydro-seeded. So, and it was 80% of my lot was wide open at the time. So it was not a small number, folks. It was big. So anytime I'm taking out something I paid that much for, it kind of hurts a little bit. Oh, well, that's all right. Those guys are next to each other. Got that. Just gotta come here. All right, but yeah, so hopefully everybody's having a good day today, enjoying the stream. It's that time of day too where I got everybody's, around here, all the tradesmen are kind of finishing up their jobs. And where I live at in Michigan, I'm up in northern Michigan. The road that I'm on, here comes the neighbor kid with his four-wheeler again, his quad. You know, my area, it's 25 miles an hour right where I'm at right here. Come on, dude. Keep moving. Good. Glad he's waiting for the cars. There he goes. All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, anyways. So anyways, right now is the time of day, but most of the trades guys are getting done. And my area where I'm at is it's a basically this road that goes right, you see right here, this one right here, cuts halfway, is the dividing point for my county. It's one of the main roads, but it's 25 miles an hour through here. Thankfully, knocking on, you know, random everything, they do typically slow down through here, you know, which I'm very thankful for. You know, it's just, I wasn't expecting that. That's weird. So that's something new. Okay, I learned something new today, guys. Check this out. So here's what it looks like they did. So they started it in this. I just learned something today. So they started this in a small 1x1, and then they dropped it more potting soil down into a deeper 1x1 for that. See, you can see the dividing points right there. Well, that's pretty neat. I mean, they're going to lose those roots, but huh. I just learned something there. That's interesting. Okay. So anyways, yeah, I got all the trades folks are going by. And also then you're going to hear shortly all of the folks heading out to do fishing. Basically hitting the river here in a little bit to get some fishing done after work. So we should start hearing the boats see the boat trailers going by here soon too, which I absolutely love. I think that's so great. So we're going to do yellow right here. Yellow right there. All right, measure right here. Okay, here's our yellow. And yellow going here, yellow zinnias doing their thing, looking all happy. Okay, kid, be done on the four-wheeler. He's done. Okay, good. Cool. So yeah, again, this is we are putting zinnias in today along here, and I'm okay. Head back out towards traffic, folks. So to make sure I have eye contact with everybody before they hit me. You know what I mean? All right. So we want this last pink one here. Turn it off, dude. Killing me here. All right, and yellow, orange. Ooh, look at this big guy here compared to everybody else. Monster. All right. Again, what we want you guys to do here is, again, I've already had a couple mix-ups where I mixed up a yellow, should have been an orange, or pink should have been a yellow, whatever. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Only this, I learned this a long time ago. No one is really paying attention to anything you're doing. You know, just do your best, enjoy it, Sam. And just, you know, this is supposed to be enjoyable. And if you're getting stressed out about the potential of something going on with in your garden or whatever, because of what someone might say, you know, that you're in it for the wrong reasons, folks. You're supposed to be having a good time here, right? That's what we want. Yeah, let's drop this guy right here. Oh, come on, kid. Put the quad away. You know, you just want to be having a good time with this stuff, folks. This is really what it should be. This is good times. Should be relaxing. Zero stress going on here, right? We're out in the garden. We're out doing our garden stuff just to do it. So we enjoy it. Not because we're looking for anybody else to tell us that we did a good job. At least I hope you're not. Now, obviously this, you know, I don't have an HOA. If you have an HOA, you're going to have your, you know, stuff to worry about on your end, but hey, how's it going? Thanks, David. Did you get, let me drop this off real quick. Ugh. I sent a copy to, sorry about that. Had some work I had to do with the one of the village reps here. I'm on my village council, and it's that time of year where we're all running again, so we just got to work through the particulars with setting that up. So anyways, I digress. Let's keep on keeping on here, folks. We got plenty to do here, plenty to get in. So make sure you keep these flowers where you can see them so it looks all pretty for the TV here. Oh, here comes the kid again. Man, I just remember what that was like being young, actually having that four-wheeler for the first time, just to be out on your own, having a good time. Now, luckily, I know most of the people that are driving by. They're stopping. They're slowing down to kind of keep an eye. They know I'm usually out and about doing stuff, so no worries there. Okay, so my next one here. Yeah, lots of goodness. Look, this one right here, kind of in the middle. This zinnia here has got me all excited. Look at this guy. Look how pretty that is. That's what you want to see here. Looking all good. So, looking all good. Now, hopefully, the one thing last year I had to worry about, which I didn't really worry about it that much, but it was a thing, was orange. So we're gonna do orange here, just kind of mix it up some. Was my neighbor's dog. The kid is too small to be able to handle the. It's part pit bull, part something else. It's a sweet dog, nice dog. The dog's name is Benny, but it loves to come in this area right here and just kind of dig and tear its stuff up. The kid I've barely control the kid or the dog, so hopefully he can do a better job with this year. If not, no worries. But at least he's out walking the dog instead of having him locked up, penned up somewhere. So, all right, again, everybody who's just joining the stream now, thank you. It's good to have you on here. My name is Ryan. I am just some dude working in his yard, in his garden. Come to here live pretty much every single day between 3 and 5 p.m. Eastern. Today is not one of those days. I'm a little bit early, right? Should be, no, it says about 3 now. So I've been out here about 30, 40 minutes now, just kind of working and getting the overall. And again, this flower bed that I have right here is, what is this thing? Come on, Ryan, use your words. Hold on, I got the wind doing its thing right now. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so this is a flower bed that's on the corner of my lot. So this is the main road that's here, and it basically curves around right here. So, and typically every year, well, every year. Last year was my first year in the house. I just come out here and put some nice flowers out here to try to brighten it up a little bit. You know, this was just a dirty piece of grass that was over here, and so I just decided to adopt this corner and say, hey, I am going to put something bright and wonderful out here. The other thing too is it just keeps people from putting those yard sale signs and stuff up in here, because it's a flower bed. People, for whatever reason, people will respect a flower bed. They may not respect other areas that you got going on, but they will definitely respect if it's a flower bed. And so we're just putting up these zinnias today. It does look like I may have to go grab some more, which is always I know, boohoo, my heart's broken. I have to go buy more flowers, right? That's terrible. Gosh, how will I ever get through life knowing that that's a thing, right? Just drop these right here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where we're at. I'm almost, because this section is actually larger than the other section. I got to remember that. So this is going to take more. It doesn't seem like it, but it is. So the halfway point is, yeah, about there. All right, so where are we at? We're on pink here. Let's drop one. Just gonna drop one of these ones that haven't bloomed yet. This guy in. But yeah, I just come out here. I'm just a guy who likes to work in his garden and come on chat with folks here. So hopefully I'll earn your subscription today. And if I do earn your subscription, make sure that you hit that notification bell so you know when I come out here and I'm live doing stuff out in the garden, out in the yard. You can come, hang out with all of us. And as I mentioned before, I do know I am making my way closer to the road here, so it will get a little loud for a second. It's not crazy. I'm not on a highway, but it is, it is one of the main roads through my little village here in northern Michigan. So we got 3 different colors that we're working with here. I've got pink, we got the yellow, we got the orange, and I'm just trying to have a nice little, a little mixture of them here. I'm trying to follow the same pattern as I'm going throughout, but I know that that's not gonna, there's times where I'm gonna have to break that pattern. And I also know I'm the only one that's gonna notice it too. Everybody else is gonna be like, nah, it's fine, you're doing whatever. You're just gonna see pretty flowers. I mean, my mom will notice, I can tell you that much. And that's just, that's just moms, right? She's gonna notice that, oh, I noticed you messed that one up, but shouldn't that have been this color? Like, that's what'll happen. Take it to the bank. I'm going to hear that. And I will come back and fill you all in when that happens too. All right, so we're going to go this here is yellow. Okay, and then I need a pink. These zinnias are so pretty. They just look so bright and cheerful right now. They're going to be, as they get bigger throughout the summer, I'll just keep deadheading them and let them keep doing their thing, They're going to be great. Cool. I'll tell you, I am really glad that kid's got that neighbor kid, he's got tags for that thing. Having a quad and not being able to, just go out and scoot around on the road and just, kind of enjoy yourself, it's so frustrating. I've been there before. I had that when I was younger. That was a little time before I was able to get the tags. Just scooting around we had a farm. I had plenty of room, don't get me wrong, but you want to get out and kind of tool around a little bit. So I get it. I'm glad he's getting a chance to do it. I just want him to be safe. So this is pink here. Here we go. I say all my petunias are doing so well. I grew petunias from seeds this year. They're tough to grow. I'm just going to let you know, they do not like to germinate. They are fickle little turds when it comes to germinating. So I was glad to have that kind of figured out and out of the way. All right. Now, as annoyingly loud as that thing is, it makes me very happy he is taking his time and he's just not sprinting across the road. Because, hold on. What's up, pretty? What's up? Hold up. No, hey, what's up? Yeah, at least he's slowing down. Yeah, he's got tags, so that's why he's driving a little bit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, sorry about that. The redhead needed me or something, so. Yeah, the redhead tells me she needs me. Guess what? I will respond. All right, so this is going to be yellow right here. So anyways, we're just glad we're having a good time. Glad that kid's taking his time and being cool crossing the road. I don't want to be having to pull anybody, doing any CPR right now. You know what I mean? Don't need some kid getting hit, hustling across that road. All right. So with that, hope everybody's having a good day today. Hope you had a chance to get out. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you had a chance to get out and get your hands in some dirt. That's what we're really hoping for, right? Get that opportunity to do stuff out there. Nothing there. Cool. All right. So next is going to be pink. Probably want to move. I'm going to move this guy. Move a little bit further up. And I have. Just tell it's kind of throwing stuff off there. There we go. Sorry about that. I did the measurement and it didn't look right, so I had to make an adjustment. Okay. Anyways, back where we were talking. What are we talking about here? Oh, man, I may have to tighten this up today. There we go. Okay, so we've got pink. Pink goes here. There. We're right about here. Again, just kind of eyeballing these here. Just, again, we want to have as much, or, don't want to have repetition if we can help it, But sometimes you can't help it, so you just do your best. Goes out here. Cool. All right. Now I have some petunias that are outside my garden enclosure. Petunias, good Lord. Zinnias outside my garden enclosure. And they're doing pretty well. So that's good to see. I know these guys are going to do great here. Not worry about this too much. And these, it's the thing, especially with these type of annuals you get here, like these zinnias, they're really hardy. They don't like frost. Like, they're done. Like, as soon as the frost hits, they're done. But in this type of environment, this area, they're gonna thrive in this full sun. And I have some really good soil underneath here that, I have to take care of, make sure it stays healthy. Okay. So give me a yellow here. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna do great over here. I'm excited for them. They're gonna be popping. Especially we are getting close to that time of year where all the tourists are going to be making their way back up here. Not the tourists, but basically our over summer guests that we have. People coming up to their second homes and everything will be coming through here. So I'll give them some little bright and shiny. Hopefully get them to slow down a little bit when they're coming into town too. Because it goes from 55 just over here to 25 right here pretty quick. So we want to make sure that they're slowing down so they're not running into our young friend we had earlier zipping around on his quad. Make sure he's going to be okay. Okay. So far so good. Doing well. All right, let's see. So there's that. Like I mentioned on yesterday's stream, be heading to New Orleans tomorrow, Wednesday, and to New Orleans for work. I actually talked about it earlier in the stream too. And once I get back, it's kind of all in like a sprint to get my everything done in my yard before it's time to go. So I do it here. So we're gonna kind of tighten this up just a little bit. Get that out of there. Yeah, we're gonna tighten this up just a little bit. This should be yellow. There we go. Yellow. And then we're gonna go. Well, actually, no, this isn't going to be yellow. The yellow is going to go here. And we'll make this one pink. There we go. That's what I meant. We're going to make this one pink. And if I'm going to have, I don't want to have any repeating along the borders, but inside here I can have, have stuff that's kind of close to each other. That's not going to be the end of the world. But on the borders, we want to make sure that that's sticking to the pattern, All right. Anyways, best that we can. We made that adjustment pretty quick. Nice job, everyone. We survived. We did good. Okay. There's that guy. Again, keep moving these wood chips down the road here. Got so many on this side versus that side. We gotta get that corrected. Okay, on to our next bit here. Moving on down the line here. As we're going, hopefully you guys are getting a good view on kind of what that looks like here. I know they're little right now. Obviously, they're going to be bigger here before we know it. It's going to grow up before our very eyes. Okay. Keep these guys moving down there. Okay, up next. So these are yellows. These are yellows. Yellow. I need orange next here. Orange is my next one. So we are doing Zinnias today. Again, for stopping by the stream, appreciate it. We are now working on is basically this is basically a little flower bed that's on the corner of my property. I got a main road running right here, a side one on this side, and this used to be just like this dead chunk of grass. It was gross up here, so I adopted it, turned it into a flower bed. And since I adopted it, that means I get to put what I want in there. And this year is going to be Zinnias. That's what we're doing. Because Zinnias are cool. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Zinnias are super cool. I mean, look at these guys. Super cool. And they're just a nice flower too. They're again, and they grow, they're pretty hardy. They just keep on going. As long as you keep, deadheading them, deadheading your Zinnias. And obviously continue to do what you should do with your flowers, especially the ones that are designed to be cut flowers. Come in and cut your flowers. Yeah, they're going to produce all year long, which is awesome, which is what we want. All right, so in this case, I've got orange. We're going to do another yellow then. Yellow, yellow, yellow right here. Wood chips, go this way. Too many wood chips. All right, get these in here. Excuse me. Give me this little guy to start here. He ain't got no flower on him, but he'll be fine. He will get a flower in him in no time. Now he's going to be getting some fresh soil. Got all those fresh soil microbes doing their thing, you know what I mean? That's what we want to see. So this next one is going to be our pinks. Let's keep that guy there covered up. So we got pink, pink, pink right here. We got our pink zinnia here. Where's a red? Well, this one's more red than pink here, but you know, they're mostly pink. It's not magenta. I don't know what color this actually is. I'm going to call it pink for now, because the other ones, they look pink, but who knows? Who knows? I am not the color palette person of choice around here, say that much. So somebody tells me it's different color, I'm gonna agree with them. So again, we are just out here on this flower bed doing our thing, just kind of getting some flowers in here. I got these on sale at the local Meijer. I've been waiting to see which ones are going to be on sale this year, and it happened to be zinnias. So I was like, we're doing zinnias. And you know, these guys are going to be nice and big and just beautiful coming into the village here. Again, I always like to have something on this corner that slows people down. That's kind of my overarching plan, is just what can I do to slow people down? Because they speed a little bit going by my house here. And I got kids all over the place here. And I'm not looking forward to the day, and I don't want it to be a day where I have to go and, you know, deal with that. We don't say what that is, but I am so sorry. I meant to cover up the microphone there. I apologize. I had a handful of zinnias though. Oh man, that was a sneeze and a half. Okay, we're kind of getting in some cramped territory here. This is nice. Basically there. Oh, which one of these is which? I wonder which one of these is yellow. I'm gonna go with this guy right here. I'm gonna go this one's yellow. Cool. Yeah, just keep it on here, folks. We're moving down the line, right? Yeah, man, I could not have asked for a better day to do this, though. My goodness, is this ever nice. It is just beautiful out here today. Great weather. The wind has been kicking up a little bit, but, you know, wind doesn't kick up around here. Didn't used to be this way. Changed right around 2020. The wind just started going crazy around here. So I think that in my opinion, I think it has to do a lot with what's going on with the magnetic field on the planet. It's been moving around faster than it has in the past. I just think there's something to that. It's basically affecting the way that the jet stream is going, et cetera, et cetera. I am nowhere near smart enough to know all those answers, but there's got to be something to it, because there definitely has been a shift in how much wind we have coming through here. Yeah, not upset about it. It's just kind of a thing. Oop, get out of there, you guys. There we go. Okay, so that is my first 10. Did I just say 10? Good Lord. Am I like an old-timey dude or something? That's the first third of my flowers that we have there. So that's good news. Looks like that looks like it's about right. Let's take a quick look here. That's my first third. You can see. So my first third got us and that's going to be 40 flowers, because I got 120 of them. Got us to about there, and we've got that much left to do. All right, so I can probably start, I probably got a few too many, which is fine. Not too overly upset about that. But, again, we'll get it set up, and any extra flowers that I end up with, we'll find a home for them. Put some more around this area or something. Not gonna worry about it. Let me kind of, before we get over here, do some dog work here and just kind of scoop more of my wood chips down the road here. There you go. And we can get into it. I need, so this was yellow, orange. So we're gonna do more yellow right here. Let me scoot this along here. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. I'm kind of keeping an eye on what I'm doing here. So we got these next up on the zinnias. Going to do some yellow and an orange for next up. So we got these guys here. Aren't those pretty? So pretty. Oof. You guys can tell I'm getting floppy here because that wind is kicking up again. It is letting me know it's here. We're going to find out. This one's yellow, and then this will be orange. Cool. All right. Okay, and then orange. We're going to set this guy up right here. So we do have this one back a little bit because, as we mentioned before, people tend to take this corner a little sharp from time to time. So we just want to make sure that we're giving everybody a wide berth when it comes to this stuff. All right, got orange going in here. So yeah, and what's really, as I mentioned, I'm heading to New Orleans on Wednesday. Yay. And with all that happening, temperatures are, like I say, it's 70-ish here right now. In New Orleans, I think it's 93 today and like 95% humidity. But I mean, I'm a guy who likes heat, don't get me wrong. But I'm not trying to making that transition from here to there. Obviously, we don't have that much humidity today either. It's always a pain to make that. So, but that be saying it'll be good because when I go to these conferences, right, just like with anything, I'm learning stuff that's going to be able to help me help my clients, and that's the whole idea behind it. Just want to be able to do those good things. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of goodness in that. So it's not really me complaining, it's just more me talking than anything. So, but anyways, those just joined the stream again. My name's Ryan. If you haven't been here before, dude works in his garden, his yard, stuff around the house. I just come live and yeah, this is what we do. Come hang out and you guys get to watch me do stuff on, like right now, planting zinnias. This is my corner. It's the corner on the street corner here. And I adopted this section. It used to be just grass and yucky grass. I decided to make it my little area. I'm going to put some flowers in, make it look pretty for my neighborhood. So today we are doing zinnias, dropping these in here. And again, this is I have a day job. I'm a business coach by trade. So don't be surprised if, again, hopefully I earn your subscription today. And if I do, make sure you hit that notification bell. But don't be surprised if you also get notified when I do my my live show in the morning where I talk about small business news that comes up. So I go live when I do that as well. So just don't be surprised if all of a sudden you see me, hey, wait, that's that dude that's always out in the garden. What's he doing talking about business stuff? Well, that's actually my job. That's my day job, is doing stuff like that. And again, what I do is I share on that broadcast, I share just some of the information that I share with my clients every single day. Got a whole bunch of like macroeconomic news and data that I get sent to me every day that I parse and I ship out and give to my clients depending on what industry they're in. But some of it's general knowledge stuff. So I absolutely love sharing it with people when I can. So we're going to do orange here. So yeah, hopefully I earn your subscription today. If again, it'd be good. All right. So, again, the zinnias, excuse me. So these are meant to be cut. So these will go up and you'll see what's going to grow up extra flowers. And so what we're going to do is very soon, you'll see we've got a second stem coming off here that's going to start branching off more and more flowers. But the idea is for you to come through and actually cut these up. Oh man, this truck looks gorgeous. Oh man, folks. Hopefully they decide to turn and head this direction so you can see them. That's a nice truck. Looks good. Nice. All right, so, all right, on my next spot here, that's my neighbor Stan. I can see it back over there. Yeah, oh, good. I'm glad he used to be my, Stan used to be the maintenance dude at my school when I was a kid. And his wife, so Stan, Mr. McCumber, he was the maintenance guy, and his wife, Mrs. McCumber, she worked at the what is it, the food. She was in the cafeteria. She's a cafeteria lady. She didn't look like the cafeteria ladies that you're thinking about either. She was actually a good looking lady. I had some, not the sloppy, not the what was that guy's name? Chris Farley's version of cafeteria lady. She did not look like that. Good folks. They're really good people. They've always been good to me and my family. All right, so I've got red next. All right, keep this moving. So we got red next here. Right, we said red. Oh, it's pink. I still think pink's the right thing, but we'll keep at it. Hopefully everybody is enjoying today's stream. Doing lots of work with our flowers here, getting these zinnias in the ground. Hopefully you've had a chance this weekend to get in your garden, or if you are a apartment dweller, you've got some stuff growing on your terrace. Hopefully that's a thing you got going on. Whatever, on your balcony, excuse me, whatever it is. Hopefully it's working out. You had a chance to get your hands in some dirt today. Hopefully that's the case. Because it should have been a good weekend to do that. I need orange next. Come from right here. Okay. Orange here. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's my neighbors. Oh, they always come by. I appreciate my neighbors. They always come by and let me know that I'm doing a good job out here. I always, like I say, I don't do it for the loves or anything, but I know for a fact that obviously we all love to hear that people acknowledge what we do. Don't do it for that, but it always does feel good. People take a second to say, "Hey, that's kind of nice what you're doing out there." You know what I mean? Hey, you guys know what I mean. All right, so I'm gonna play a little peekaboo here for a second with y'all. Then we're gonna switch over to this other side. All right, so this is yellow, which is one of these. Yeah, so we are a little over halfway done right now, folks. We're making great time. We're cruising here. Cruising. So I need pink, so this needs to be orange here. Orange here. And again, like we said, along the edges, and this is just one advice for y'all that I've heard in the past, and I've always just followed it, is you can have your colors mixed up in the interior. Doesn't really matter all that much, but around the perimeter when you're doing your stuff, if you've got a pattern, this is the one spot where you want to make sure you keep your pattern. Just because I guess it really shows up a lot more on the border. I never really paid attention all that much to say yay or nay on that, but again, I'm not going to argue about it either, whether that's a true statement or not. I'm just going to plant them, go about my business here. So with that, I am absolutely paying attention right now, guys, just so you know. There's no no loss here. Am I paying attention to whether or not we've got a for the road there? You know, first and foremost is Ryan's safety. Don't like getting hit by vehicles. Not one of my favorite things to do. So we definitely don't want that happening. Okay, so we're going to take care of this front patch here. This front section. Right here. So we're going to work on this area right here, and then we'll go to the front. So this should be enough to keep us busy for a bit. I really can't get over how cheap these Zinnias were, though. Man, they were. I mean, it was like a barn burner of a sale that they had. It was pretty cool. So, you know, this probably cost me half of what it cost me last year to put flowers in here. Easily half. So that's a good news story, right? So, see, pretty little Zinnias. Got some yellow ones, yellows. We got some pinks. Got some orange going in here. All the good stuff. Making everybody happy. I mean, seriously, who could possibly drive by a corner, like a little corner lot here, a little flower bed, filled with Zinnias, and be in a bad mood after that? Seriously, who could do that? And if you're saying you could do that, I mean, I feel for you. Like, I really do. Because that shouldn't be your life. We don't want that to be that for you. We want better things than that. All right. Next up, and again, just keeping along with the little path here. Again, so when you're talking about you're dealing with your roots here, right? One thing I get that you should see and you should do when I'm putting them in, you'll see me just ripping the bottoms of them like this, ripping them wide open. You want to do that because that is, in case they're root bound, which they probably are, you just want to kind of just rip them. I mean, I know folks that just cut the whole bottom of them off and throw them in to spur that new growth that they want to have. So, you know, just something to keep in mind. It's one of those best practice things, and it helps them get going as well. Now with this, the other piece, just so you know, the wood chips that I use in here, the mulch, I only use natural, and it's called natural. Rather than, I have used cypress before too, but typically I just use natural. One, it's the cheapest, but it's also where my guy at the nursery, you know, they only purchase from an area from folks that have tested the mulch to see if there's any sort of yuck in it, right? You don't want to have any those nasty PFAS, those forever chemicals. So they test it, and that's one of the things I always just make sure to ask. And in this case, there's definitely, they test their stuff. So I'm not putting anything gross, me personally, any sort of nasty chemicals into the ground. It's important to me because I use it in my garden too. I put a natural wood chips across the top, and then I come over the top with compost to make sure that there's no nitrogen depletion. But I use that simply just because for moisture retention, because where we're at here in northern Michigan, we end up with hot. Our summers are typically hot and humid or hot and dry, but you never know which one you're going to get. So I just like to have that moisture control piece on there. It never hurts to have that anyways, So we're going to put yellow right here. It's cool. Cool. We have this yellow right here. There we go. And again, same thing here. We're just breaking up the bottom. It's going to encourage the roots to do what the roots need to do to go get some more goodness. This is going to be a fun little short to come through here as well. Get a little video of this stuff in action. Not sure how I'm going to do it, but I think there's going to be a lot of motion. Me just kind of being silly out here with the video camera, with my phone, getting some pictures like that. So in this case, this should be pink. Let's see how that lands. All right, so I've got pink, yellow, so this should be orange up here. Okay, we're going to find out together if all of this works out or not. We're going to figure it out. So this should be orange right here. And look at the coloring on this orange one here. Look at that coloring. Isn't that pretty? Look how nice that looks. Man. Those are gonna be some pretty flowers when they are, when everybody, the rest of them come up. We got basically a full plant of orange going nuts over here. That's gonna be really pretty. So it's gonna be yellow here. Yeah, it's gonna be yellow here. Just gonna, is that there? Some yellow here. Oh, look at this yellow. It's got a little bit. It's got some red stripes on the inside of it. How pretty that is. Sorry, got my hand right in some those red stripes. Look how cool that is. That's pretty. Little zinnias. Huh. Surprising me today. All their little varieties and stuff. Look at them doing their thing. Okay, so this one's should be pink here. Pink here. So we're gonna do orange here. All right, so we'll just do pink here. We will, as we're doing this here, just kind of spread this out, this mulch out. One thing I don't have to worry about is having too much. I gotta get some more mulch on this, but I don't have to put much on it. It's really just more of a dusting. I may just actually turn all this over because it is starting to break down nicely in here. It is breaking down pretty nice, so I don't know if I really want to add any more in at the moment. I may let this go another year. I do need to get some compost over here. I may do a compost tea when I think about it. Thinking, for those who don't know what compost tea is, it's where you take your compost, and you put it inside of what would be a cheesecloth type bag, right? Fill it up with the fresh compost, and then you put it in one bag. Put it in some warm water, and then in the other bag you take a baked potato, one that's been done, mush it up, put it inside that bag, and then kind of squish them all together. And what happens overnight, you do it over a couple days, all the bacteria from the compost, that good bacteria, they get to feasting on that potato, the potato starch, that which you, by heating it up, kind of activated it a bit. They then get to go in there and start chomping down, and they start multiplying, and you wind up with this infusion, this liquid infusion of the healthy bacteria that your flowers and the soil needs, to basically be productive. So, there we go. Just something to keep in mind. So I think I will be doing that. I'll probably could do a compost tea for this, I think is what will end up happening. Cool. All right. So this has got nice and thick over here is what I want. Kind of spread this around a little bit because there's areas over here where I don't have very much in the way of wood chips, the way of mulch. So we're going to correct that. Just kind of load it up. There we go. Just spread that around. Okay, so let's keep on going here, folks. We got a whole rest of this thing to do. Hopefully it's been going well for you. Hope you've been enjoying the stream so far. I had a lot of folks in and out today, which is to be understood. It is Monday. Yellow, orange, pink. Pink. Here we go. I'll go this guy. No, I got to keep it's yellow. That's orange. This one's pink. Come on. Come on. Give it up. There we go. So, yeah. So just kind of keeping the rotation going here-ish. I know it's still going to be off by a little bit. That's okay. It's going to look good. And just kind of keeping them down the line here. All right. Yeah, last year when I did this, I had the geraniums in here. Man, were they ever like, that I had people stopping by and talking. everyone was basically just making an effort to say how much they appreciated it, how nice it looked. I thought that was really nice. So pink, yellow, so we'll do orange here. This one's orange. Alright, so there's that orange here. This one's going to be yellow next. Yellow next right here. Dig down for this. And with this too, I had to have a ton, and I mean a ton of wood chips I put on this when I started, because I had to actually I sprayed this down, killed everything, and then solarized it to kill everything off. And then I put down basically 4 inches of wood chips, which is down to 2.5, 3 inches now, just to make sure that any weeds that were in here were dead. And within a moment's notice, they were back. Just kind of what I expected, though. So it is what it is. This area, I've got a field across the way here, so it's, you know, it's nothing but weed seeds constantly around here. Random stuff germinating, just kind of doing its thing. There we go. There we go. Looking good. Okay, so that was yellow, right? Pink, orange, yellow. I need pink here. Here we go. There we go. Cool. Pink here. I have got all of the mulch here now. Spread that out a little bit more in a little while, but I had to have a bunch here for good reason. All right. So, anyways, get back to this here. Here, just kind of dig that up a little bit. Get this pink one in there. Looking good. Ripped up the roots, making sure I'm packing it in there good. Get the mulch back around it. And make sure we got plenty of wood chips around here. Cool. So I want to do one more right here, though. I think I want it to be yellow. Yellow right here. Rip up those roots. Because I have another 16 times 3. So that's 48, 49 of these to go. That should get me pretty darn close to the end here. Hopefully it'll work out for us. We will see. Okay. So let's kind of keep on going here. Hope everybody's enjoying the stream today. This is one of the fun ones. I enjoy doing this one. I just enjoy coming out here, and I enjoy spending my time and actually putting these flowers out here in the area like this. Get this over here so you guys see kind of where we're going to be at. You know, we are doing zinnias today. Lots of zinnias. Lots of zinnias. Lots and lots and lots of zinnias. That is the name of the game for today. Zinnias for days. One thing I don't like about working out here is, especially with my knee pads, which I love my knee pads, don't get me wrong, they're great. They get the job done out here for sure. You don't want to be doing the amount of like yard work I'm doing without having knee pads. You're gonna end up having a miserable existence. But all that being said, make sure this gets filled in right here. Good. Is that I do get the wood chips. They decide they want to hang out basically in between my, whoops, I need to make sure that doesn't go anywhere. Where are you going, buddy? Don't you even think about it. You get your butt back over here. Need you for next year. The heck? Running off on me. That's not okay. All right, let's give me the next one here. Is going to be yellow over here. Anyways, what was I saying? Man, I was in the middle of a deep thought too before that guy took off on me. There you go. Oh, well. Oh, anyways, yeah, the big problem I run into is I get the wood chips in between the knee pads and my knee, and I don't feel so well, as you can imagine. You can only imagine. All right, Zinnias doing the thing. Yeah. All right, we're also going to be just kind of, as I'm also here, I'm just kind of weeding as I'm going along as well, because this is the last part of the yard that I really get to work on. And typically I have some weeds that take up they take up residence around here, even though I've got a ton of wood chips on here. It's like with anything, weed seeds get in, they get a little bit of soil, and once they get a little bit of soil, they're off to the races. Okay, so orange is next. So you're working with these right here. Just kind of rolling along here, folks. Again, appreciate everybody stopping by the stream here today, checking things out. Good to have you. We're just out here having a good time, working in the garden. And yes, I would. Now, I've had some people ask me if I would do the stream, wide on the wide angle, and I've got to come up with a better solution. I think I have one, but just because I have run into problems with the what is it? With my connection out here. It's when I use my laptop, it doesn't work out too well. So I've got to come up with a better solution. I think I have a 200-foot LAN cable that basically it's in storage. I just got to break it out. I think that's what I might end up doing from now on. For if you guys, because I know it's tough, especially if you're coming through here, you're watching this on your regular YouTube. Nobody wants to stare at or engage with, some dude on a, basically with this type of view, when you'd obviously rather be seeing me and my pretty face on landscape. I get that. So it's just I'm working on it. It's a thing, but it's going to take me a little bit to get there. All right, cool. Get that last bit off there. All right, let's get here. So I'm paying attention right now, like I'm kind of hanging out on the road just a little bit here. So don't try this at home for sure. I'm definitely kind of checking this out right, keeping an eye on the road too, to make sure, because I do have people that are on their way home from work, and they're focused on getting home from work, maybe not thinking that there's going to be some silly dude on YouTube hanging his rear out in the road. You know what I mean? So I got that. I'm well aware. Keeping an eye on it, making sure we're good. Okay. Up next. So pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow is next. I'm just going to do this right now as we're scooting along here. All right. Okay. Yellow, orange. So pink, yellow, orange, pink, yellow. And yellow would be this guy right here. There. All right. Whew. Orange. orange. This is a different color orange than the other ones. It's pretty interesting. They got some of the more of a vibrant orange. Oh man, I got one that didn't have one in it. Man, that stinks. Okay, anyways, a little bit different orange in there. It's gonna be the oddball. That's all right though. We're gonna love them anyways. Welcome to the flower bed. Everyone's welcome here, except for weeds. We don't like weeds. Oh man, I had a short something where I was talking about killing off dandelions as a weed, and man, I tell you, everybody came out of the woodworks. All the pro dandelion people trying to, making sure to correct me and educate me that dandelions are not a weed. And man, I wasn't going to get into that argument about that they're an invasive species, but whatevs. We're going to put a yellow here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put a yellow here. Try to break this up just a little bit because I do have out here. All right, and do a pink here. Pink here. But anyways, I didn't have the heart in me to really get into that conversation about they're an invasive weed on this continent. When it comes to, they're not a non-native species in America. It was just funny, man. People are really, it cracks me up what some people are absolutely passionate about on the interwebs. And I never thought there would be such the dandelions of all things would have such a rabid following. But they're out there. They found me. Man, did they ever find me. Super excited to tell me how wrong I was. And again, I don't mind that, especially, if I'm doing something that's wrong, please let me know. But man, they were fervent, and that's the word I want to use there. They were fervent in their defending of all things dandelion. Okay, let's get this guy. Come on, here we go. So we got orange next. Okay, there's good ways to spend a day and there's bad way to spend a day. And today, this right here has been a good way to spend a couple hours. Straight chilling. So I got yellow here. Make sure what's great about this too is like all of this mulch is pretty well fluffed up right now at this point, so it'll definitely smooth its way back down. Get down to kind of the size that I expect it to be at. So it's gonna be here. More where I want to be at, right about here. There we go. There we go. Let me grab a yellow. And we're gonna have a pink here. Like I said, I think I'm gonna be short a couple. That's fine. Run back in tomorrow and just grab some more. From Meyer. Totally cool. Nothing to worry about. We're all good in the hood here. We don't worry on this channel. That's not something that we do here. Let me scoot this over so you guys see what I'm doing. Good Lord. There we go, right about there. All right, did I get that? Where'd I go? I thought I had grabbed a pink. I guess I didn't. Okay. Huh. All right. Well, anyways, it's weird. I thought I grabbed it. I guess I didn't. Okay. Yeah, kid's coming back. It's 7th round, making his way around here right now. Hopefully he's reached a stopping point for the evening. So, all right. So we're doing really good here, folks. I mean, I got about a third left of this thing here, and I think I'm going to be probably about four flowers short, but that's all right. Like I said, I'm just going to grab some more tomorrow from Meyer. I got those there that we're just working through. Cool. All right, let's keep on grinding here. Keep on grinding. Today's a good day though. I got to spend quality time with a couple clients. Like I said, I had a business call. So this should be orange here. Had basically a business call for a podcast I'm gonna be putting together with another individual. It's gonna be a business podcast, not a gardening one. I wouldn't even know what to do on a gardening podcast. So it'll be that. So that's gonna be exciting. It's been fun kind of working towards that with her. It's a lady, a lady I know out of Germany. So we're kind of putting our heads together, coming up with an idea for something. So it's orange. Excuse me real quick. There we go. Wasn't trying to drown you guys out with my cough there. So again, I appreciate everybody swinging by the stream today, checking it out. It's been we had a good day today. We have been just hammering through. I had 120 Zinnias that I needed to get in the ground here. Caught a sale at Meyer on these things that were, what was it, $2 for an 8-pack. It was nuts. By nuts, I mean I absolutely took advantage of that. That was wild to think that. That's what they had. So we're gonna we're gonna do a little short on this as well. I had somebody ask me to make sure I did a short, so you could see kind of see all the zinnias here. We got them. So again, those that don't know, just as we're planting here, I just want to make sure you're always breaking up the roots, especially on these, these plants that have been inside of that, in those little 1x1 containers for a while. Their roots are all just tired. Rip them up, break it up. They won't be upset about it. Trust me. They'll be like, oh, thank you, and stretch out here a little bit. They will dig it. Trust me. All right, so I need an orange here. Yeah, orange here. Again, I'm getting to the point here where I'm going to be running short on one color of flowers here, which stinks, but it is what it is. It's the way the math is going to go, right? Going to have one that's going to run out ahead of time. Yep, that's all right. So we got our oranges that we're doing here. Again, just ripping up those roots at the bottom. And then this soil has got plenty of moisture on it. We're still going to come through after we're done, hit this with the hose, give everybody a nice drink. And this will just be on the list of stuff we got to make sure we're keeping an eye on throughout the summer. Kind of the moisture levels out here, which should be good because this, they got like 4 inches of, the soil here has got a lot of organic matter in it. It's got a lot of carbon too. You can see how dark it is. So it stays pretty well moist. There aren't really, no real issues there per se. But I also forget about this corner a lot because I don't really think about it. It's right, I drive by it every day, but I have to make sure I'm in the habit and remind myself. I actually put a little reminder. Last year I had to because I kept forgetting. Come out and check the moisture level on the flowers out here because they don't really usually need to get watered all that much out here in this spot. They get plenty from their just from the rain and the moisture. It really keeps down here, so there's no reason to saturate it and put that. You just dump water on that's not needed. And the way I really do that is I've got a screwdriver, a bigger screwdriver. I just come in and push down, and as long as it goes in fine, and I can tell on screwdriver it's got any moisture with it, then it's good to go. That's really the measurement stick that I use. So like here, if I pull this up, that's got plenty of moisture in it. Nothing to even worry about. Any extra water on that, it's really just going to be, I'm going to say wasted. It's just going to, it'll make its way down to the water table and basically back into my well is what will happen instead of being used by the plant. So I always just try to keep an eye on it here. We get enough moisture for the most part, especially when the bed's got this much in the way of mulch on it, to keep everybody happy. Okay, so this is going to be orange, red. So this is yellow down here. Okay. This is yellow. Come here, yellow. All right. And again, I'm not worried so much about bumping these colors up next to each other. in this pallet over here, you know, inside the main area, but along the road, again, along the perimeter, I definitely want to make sure I'm keeping the rotation orange, red, yellow, and inside of here, if I have a couple yellows next to each other, no one's going to notice, no one's going to care. But in the off chance that I'm not able to keep that going here, I'm also not going to worry about it. It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm the only one probably going to notice. And even if someone does notice, who's going to really make a big deal out of that, right? I mean, what type of people really do that? I mean, I guess unless you have an HOA, they might have something to say about it. You can only have alternating flowers. No same color flowers can be next to each other in your, you know, something like that. Those dumb HOA things that people have. I understand HOAs and I get it, but man, I've never been part of one, but some of the horror stories I hear about those HOAs and what y'all have to go through, heart goes out to you. All right, again, for those that don't know, just joining the stream here, my name is Ryan. I'm just a dude likes to work in his garden, work in his yard, and I come live on YouTube Shorts, 3 to 5 Eastern, pretty much every day, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends whenever I'm doing stuff around the property. So if you know, hopefully, if you like this sort of stuff, you like to come in here, share stories, learn stuff about what to do in the garden, you know, go ahead and hit me with a subscribe. Just make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I come live, you can come on here and hang out with us while we're doing this cool stuff, which is today zinnias. All right, we are dropping zinnias into my flower bed here on the corner. I just waved to my one neighbor there. She's so awkward. She does not like anybody acknowledging her, so I always go out of my way to make sure I wave to her. And you can see how root bound these are. So you got to I'm really breaking them up. I want to make sure that these roots get a good chance to, you know, break them up and stimulate that root growth. They've got enough, you know, growth on top here to keep things chugging along while they're getting that part figured out. So, all right. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. I think we're going to be close. I still think I'm going to be about 4 short. That's what my public school math is telling me right now. But we will see. We will see. So, got a little weed hanging out in there. Get rid of that guy. Not weed. Hay weed. So I wouldn't be throwing that away if it was electric lettuce. Okay, so just good. Again, we got yellow coming in here. These yellows are so pretty too, and I got a couple different varieties that are in here. They're just slight shade differences that they have in these yellow zinnias that I have. So some of them have, I can show you here, some of them are pure yellow. Right, you can see right in there, it's just pure yellow all the way through. And some of them, this is a good example, they have yellow and then they have some red stripes in the middle. Sorry about the shakes there, guys. I'm just trying to hold it out there. You know, so it's always interesting to see the different types that that we get around here. Okay, so we're gonna do another pink here. Gonna mess up the flow a little bit, but that's all right. I want a pink here because I got an orange here, and I don't have to put a one here. I don't want to do it. Okay, so here's a pink. Ripped up those roots. I'm just gonna push it in. Have it set up here. Great. Doing good. All right, so next is gonna be orange. Again, by the way, this is also a really great time if you're looking for sales on your basically on some annuals for your garden. Now's a really good time because they were all grown to be ready and primed for Memorial Day weekend, and so they have their first batch, right? Because they start them in stages that are there, and they're basically getting root bound like these are. So you can start to see some more sales on some annuals happening right now because they know they're going to be dying out if they don't get them, and they don't want them dying, right? You don't want inventory dying. So this is a good opportunity for you to go out and get some of them because they have their next round of annuals going to be coming out. So if there's some annuals that you wanted to get, you didn't get around to it. Good possibility, a very good possibility, that they're going to be ready for you to go get on a discount right now. So make sure you check into that. Okay, so up next on this here, we've got our doing a yellow zinnia. Kind of keep the pattern going. You can see these are so pretty. I give you guys. We put these right here. Try to keep these in camera for you. Goodness gracious, you guys want to see flowers. You don't want to see Ryan, right? We want to see flowers. Just have these outlets like this, looking good. Get this in. And again, zinnias. I'll be deadheading these throughout the summer just to keep them on. Keep them keeping on. You know what I mean? All right. So this orange is next here. That. All right, let's get this here. Get an orange. Ooh, getting close here, folks. It's gonna be tight. But I somehow, like I said, my money is that I'm 4 short. Like that's kind of what I'm going with right now. We'll see how that works. All right, on to our next bit here. So yellow is my next one here. We'll just kind of keep on moving here. Hope everybody's doing good today. If you're enjoying the stream, if you haven't been here before, welcome. Get to watch, old dude me. Guys, kind of do some stuff here. I'm just going to adjust the camera there a little bit as we get these zinnias. Get these zinnias in the ground here. Again, if you don't know, if you haven't been on stream before, my name's Ryan. Obviously, I hope to earn your subscription today. But what I do is I come here live Monday through Friday, between 3 and 5 p.m. Eastern. Work in my garden, work around my house. Just kind of doing the honey-do list stuff, right? Different things that I like to do around here. And I come live so we can kind of hang out and, see what. Catch up with everybody, learn from each other too. That's one of my favorite things too. So there's definitely a lot to be learned with everything that's going on here. And my way is not the best way. My way just happens to be my way. And I've had some folks, they've given me some great ideas for some ways that I could adjust to work things within my garden and the way I do stuff in my yard. So just stuff to keep in mind here. So with that, welcome. It's good, great. Love to have you on here. Hopefully I earn your subscription today. As we are going along here, and what we're doing is, this is my corner. Hey, how's it going? What is that, Rash QB? Hey, it's good to see you. Welcome. And as you can see, this is my corner lot. I'll give you guys a quick little look before it's the next spot here, what we're doing. I'm going to flip the camera around here. You guys can see. There we go. And you can see I've got this corner lot, and I'm getting my zinnias popped in here. We just got this little bit left over here. And we've just been setting them up. Got 3 different colors. Kind of doing a nice little pattern over there. So this is what it is, right? Easy peasy. All right. And we're just here hanging out by my, hanging out by the street corner here, hoping not to get hit. I'm just playing. I'm going to be just fine, folks. All right, so we're going to double up on pinks right here. First time I've had, I think I have enough. Now we'll just do it. All right. So again, we want to make sure we are breaking these up here. Again, you always want to break up the roots at the bottom of your any of your flowers you're getting, specific, especially if they're coming in. Doesn't matter what they come in, but you always want to do that. But really, with these one by one trays, you're they're going to be really root bound and not very happy. They're not really living their best life. So we want to make sure that we're helping them out there as much as we can. And again, for these zinnias, one of the things I always tell folks, anytime you're going to get your plants, we did this at the beginning of the stream, but I can revisit it here, is always read. Make sure you take time to read and understand what's on these. Don't overlook it and plan for it. Specifically, you know, what the sizes are going to be on this. So your spacing, these need about 20 inches in between them. Mine are a little tighter than that. It's okay. But you kind of have an idea where that's at. But the other piece is how high they're going to grow. And the most important thing, what kind of sun they need. And zinnias, they love full sun. The more sun they get, the happier they are, as long as they're getting water. And in this, like I said, like we were talking about earlier, in this particular setting, this bed maintains a bunch of moisture, so water isn't going to be an issue here, especially when we put stuff down. You can see, I mean, in this, you know, it holds its shape. It's got plenty of moisture. It's nice and brown, so it's got plenty of carbon in it. So this is just a happy spot for these flowers to be landing. So what we're doing here is really just kind of getting them set up here. We're going to get this mulch back over the top. And this is my second year with this mulch that I have. This is a natural mulch that I get from my local nursery. And it's definitely important. We talked about it earlier, but it bears repeating. You should really if you want to do this, make sure you get to know your local, you know, the nursery owner, the people that work there, so you can learn about the stuff you're putting in your yard. Like, for instance, this stuff here.
Looking real good.
Appreciate it. Thank you. You want to know exactly what you're putting in here. So, like, for instance, they test their mulch. They have it tested, and they require the people sending it to them to have tests for it, so that they know exactly what's in here. Because I don't want to have any forever chemicals getting in here, that PFAS or whatever that is. So they test for that, so I don't have to worry about that. And I know exactly what's going into my garden. And, you know, specifically here, it's going into my flower bed. It's not as concerning. Obviously, it's concerning, but not as. But I also put wood chips in my garden, and I do not want to have any sort of forever chemicals in my garden, right? You don't want that. So now, for those that are worried, I can already, and if you're worried about me putting wood chips in my garden, because, well, isn't that going to eventually leach some of the, you know, call it nitrogen to leach out of your soil? So the short answer is yes, that can happen. But I put compost on top of my wood chips. So I do a small layer of wood chips for moisture control, and then I dump compost on top of my garden wood chips for the remainder of the year. So that's how I manage that. So, okay, so we got, again, going through just last little bit here is, I got orange. So this is gonna be orange right here, easy peasy. And again, the measurement that I'm using on this is, I do one of these plus about this much. Just kind of where I eyeball it at, to kind of keep the spacing as close as I can, you know, to where the growers want you to have it. All right, so we're gonna get this guy here. Ooh, we're gonna be close. Oh, I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we're gonna be close, guys. We're gonna be close. All right, and then this should be yellow here. We are going to be so close. If this actually works out, I'm going to be, I won't tell my wife that I just kind of guessed it. I'll say I totally mathed it out and made sure it was right, but if this works out, I'm going to be shocked, because this will literally be 2 years in a row where I've just kind of eyeballed it and just said, it should be about this many. And if this works out, man, I don't know. I think, like I said, I'm going to be 4 short. I still going to go with that. Okay, so that's orange. So we need a pink here. Pink here. Now in the town next to ours. Hey, Red. What's up? Okay, all right. Ooh, thought I had a sneeze coming on there, sorry. Ooh, I did have a sneeze coming on there. I just didn't want you guys hearing it. So, okay. All right, so this is going to be orange here. Now we're getting kind of close to a repeating pattern here, but that's okay. Yeah, we are going to be 4 short. And just look at it. Man, that's so frustrating. I want to be so proud of me for just eyeballing this, but it is what it is. Okay, this next one's going to be yellow here. That's just gotta be, I'm gonna move this guy over. Actually, we'll just do it right here. Fine. This gotta be yellow here. Cool. Come here, yellow. I got the redhead. She just let me know she's gonna be running cardboard down for us. We recycle our cardboard for now. Not too much in the future. I'm gonna need it for composting. Right now, I have enough leaves to where I don't need to be stockpiling the cardboard. But pretty soon, those Amazon boxes are gonna be coming into, gonna be turning into compost for me. It's kind of what I do with all my cardboards outside of it when I don't have leaves to use, which is where I'm currently at. All right, so we are down to our last, how many is here? I got what, 4 there, 4 here, 6 here. So last 14 of them. Well, let's see how this goes, folks. Got this last bit here. So we've got orange, I say yellow, orange. This should be pink right here. But here's pink. Again, we're doing zinnias today. Look how pretty they are. How pretty those guys are. Aren't they gorgeous? But man, they are root bound. That's why these guys are on sale. They're kind of at the end here, where if they didn't end up in the ground here. Got my wife, she's blowing me kisses. I think I earned those today. But yeah, these gonna get in the ground soon. These guys are gonna be done. So I can see why we are where we're at with them. This is orange here. Now the wife's a subscriber. Hopefully you are too. And if I haven't earned and if I do earn your subscription, I hope you hit the notification bell so you know when I come live here. Again, because I come live all the time, and you get to see me doing silly stuff like this. You know, good stuff around here. So. That was a guy in the combine there. So, guy in the combine, he's on the school board with me. And then the lady that just drove by, that one right there, I graduated with her daughter. That's Mrs. Mikulskis. So, the joys of living in a small little village like this, I'm telling you. This is we all got our things that we do around here to keep things going. So, all right, man, we are cooking here, folks. Oh, this is actually coming together nicely. If I was a bit more like diabolical, I'd be saying, wow, things worked out well. Because for a moment there, it looked like we were in trouble, but I think we might be pretty darn close to being in a good spot here. So we will see. So I'm just gonna check this out right here. And again, folks, it was hard for you guys to tell how great the soil is, but look at this soil. Like what I'm planting into. This is just the natural soil we have around here in spots. It is so rich with carbon. It is so much organic material. Stuff just loves to grow here. Okay. So here we go here. Got this one in here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot there. Okay. Last few here. Last little bits. So again, for those that are just joining, kind of see what we're doing here. We got this whole area we've just been dropping zinnias in. Now, right now, obviously, they're just little zinnias. But in a couple months, as I go through and I deadhead these and I trim them out, these are going to be big old zinnias, which is going to look gorgeous across here. I had, like I said, geraniums last year. They start off like this. I ended up with plants about yay big. They were monstrous. Monstrous in a good way, mind you. Okay, so this is going to be yellow. Oh, man. Let's see. So we got yellow here. Okay, there's yellow there. And I got to put an orange here. orange here. That's my last orange, folks. Oh no. There's my orange. It's my last of my oranges. Well, I think, yeah, I think this worked out. Look at that. So I just need one pink. I'm gonna do, what did I do on the other side there? It was pink, pink, and yellow. That's what I'm gonna have here. So I'm gonna have basically pinks, do a thing of pinks and a yellow right there. Okay. All right, go us. Go us. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can just tell how easily, and that's something we talk about on this channel quite a bit, just how easily my trowel goes in there. But it's something I want you guys just to, obviously pay attention to, just how easy that is. When you're looking at the overall health of your garden beds, be it flower beds, be it for vegetable, whatever it is, your yard, compaction is your biggest worry. You should be able to easily just push stuff in. Okay, if you can manage your compaction, frankly, everything is a lot easier. If you're managing compaction well, you don't have to. The roots don't have to work as hard. Air, water, minerals can travel easier. The bacteria you have in your in the soil, they have it easier. It's just healthier across the way. That's what you want to have. So that's something you should be monitoring and just keep track of as much as you can. The way that you manage your compaction, there's a couple different ways, but the way that I prefer and I always recommend for folks is go no-till for a while. If you aren't familiar with that, there's a great channel called No-Till Gardeners. Go check them out. Farmer Jesse, he will educate you on the whole thing. But it is, if you can go no-till for a little while, you'll get a lot more organic material in your soil, which will end up helping you. So I need this guy. Okay, sorry, I just got to make sure this is lined up correctly here. Right about here. I'll do this here. That one's good there. And we're going to drop a yellow right in here just to kind of break it up. There we go. Okay. There we go, folks. That is all show. But you manage your compaction, everything else is easier. You don't have to worry about water as much. You don't have to worry about, especially the worrying about the compaction piece, because the bacteria that you want in your soil, they're aerobic bacteria. And if you can maintain your compaction in the right way, where your soil is not compacted, your aerobic bacteria will flourish, which means everything else that you're doing is just that much easier. So just something to keep in mind, be aware of, be cognizant. All right, well, let's take one more look at everything we did here today, folks. Been a busy day, but man, we got a lot of flowers in. Let's go flip this around so you can see this. So we've got 120 zinnias in basically the corner flower bed. So like right now it's a bunch of little zinnias, right? But we were saying they're gonna be big zinnias before you know it. Lots of color, branching off, all sorts of flowers. So it's gonna be great. So good news story across the board. All right, well, cool. Well, that wraps it up for today, folks. I appreciate everybody who stopped by and hung out today. Again, my name is Ryan. I come here live every single day, Monday through Friday, between 3 and 5, working in my garden. So with that, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.